Opening. I showed you already a camera comparison. Now we want to do a general comparison between those two here, the Xiaomi Mix Flip against the Huawei P50 Pocket. So let's get started. So here we have those devices, Xiaomi Mix Flip with the Xiaomi logo on the back, the white edition, and the premium edition of the Huawei P50 Pocket, as you see here with this nice kind of silver and engraved kind of material. Take a look at around the device. You can see that the Huawei is a bit thicker, but also a bit higher there. So the height is a bit larger. You can see the button placement. We have a larger fingerprint reader and a little bit longer volume key, or no, it's just like moved up a bit down because the device is higher. Otherwise, in terms of thickness, the Huawei is, I think, slightly thicker than the Xiaomi. You can see that the Xiaomi has a Leica branding there, the Huawei has its Huawei branding. This is the correct way to show it. And yeah, both have USB Type-C, both 2.0 only. And we have like what seems to be 2 loudspeakers here and 2 microphones. And opening up the devices, you will see that the Huawei has the larger kind of screen with almost 7-inch here, where the Xiaomi has only 6.86. So we have 6.9 to 6.86. It's pretty similar, very close, but you will see that this is a bit taller than the Xiaomi. And in terms of screen, 120 Hz refresh rate, which is same on both. What we can see here with in terms of gigabytes is 12 gigabytes of RAM on both, though there's a 16 gigabytes of RAM version on the Xiaomi Mix Flip as well. And both feature the Snapdragon processor, but here on the Huawei, of course, we get the Snapdragon 888 4G processor, where we get the brand new Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 on the Mix Flip with, of course, 5G. Capacity-wise, from the battery standpoint, it's also quite interesting. You will see that the Mix Flip has a larger battery with 4,780 milliampere hours, where the Huawei has 4,000 milliampere hours. It's quite quick still at charging with 40 watt, but of course 67 watt charging here on the Mix Flip is definitely the winner. In terms of design, you will see that we have the rounded edges all over the place, the Huawei, where we have the more modern kind of design with flat edges on the Xiaomi. Both take nano SIM cards, 2 nano SIM cards on the Mix Flip, and the Huawei also takes 2 nano SIM cards, but you can also put, instead of the second nano SIM card, you can put a nano memory card to extend your memory, which is quite nice and nifty indeed. And I did this, so I'm able to record more videos, longer videos, and take more photos, which is quite nice. So these are the physical aspects and dimensions of those 2 devices and the inner displays. Now let's take a look at the outer displays, and you can see already there's a huge difference. We have a roughly 1-inch kind of screen here on the Huawei that only features some basic widgets that you can configure. It's very limited only. So weather widget, calendar widget, and camera icon, and some little animations. Here we also have some little animations there, as you can see here, much nicer on this almost 4-inch kind of screen on the Xiaomi. And I can unlock this when it's recognizing my face, or I can use the fingerprint reader. And then I have real applications and a little desktop that I can start. I cannot use all applications, but most of the applications can be used here, which is quite nice. So I have the possibility to use the browser, the calendar, the calculator, the weather app here as well, where it's a bit of unused space here towards the right, where I have just static widgets that I can configure, but it is not usable for anything else. Then I have recording functionality directly built in, and can pay directly here with Google Wallet if I want to, which is also like one of the advantages. We have the newest Android system here, Android 14, based on HyperOS, and here we still have Emotion UI 14.2 already, which is based on HarmonyOS and comes with the Android runtime for Android apps 12. But no Google services are allowed here. You can install MicroG, which works fine, so to get most of the Google services, but something like the Google Wallet here to pay in shops is not possible on the Huawei. So this is my quick walkthrough through those two devices. And yeah, do you have some questions regarding those devices? My experience so far will surprise you, because I think they're very neck to neck. So even though this is a first generation product, the Huawei feels still pretty snappy thanks to all the software updates, and pretty good. Even though what I find very interesting is like when you go and open up both devices, for example, where Huawei is still king is Wi-Fi and the network connectivity. You can see same network that I was connected to. The Xiaomi doesn't have any kind of bars here, no Wi-Fi signal, and the Huawei can still grab onto a Wi-Fi signal here. Even though it's weak, it can still grab. So this is one thing that I noticed, and not only with Wi-Fi, also with normal kind of mobile data as well, or in general mobile connectivity. The Huawei is still king. Even though the Xiaomi is brand new here, it doesn't hold so well onto the Wi-Fi or the mobile data or mobile signal in general as the Huawei does. Even though the Huawei only has 4G, this most of the cases, especially when you're like out and about and have difficulties with the mobile reception, the Huawei is definitely better there than the Xiaomi, which is quite interesting. But the rest speaks definitely for the Xiaomi, because it's a newer device, and yeah, the newer device features some newer tech that helps a little bit there. The camera comparison, however, shows that the Huawei still has a slight edge there over the Xiaomi. Not so much with the camera, the main camera sensor maybe, or the macro capabilities, but most of the time like with the choice that they did here with choosing an ultra wide angle, which makes no sense, I think, for this flip phone, where the Xiaomi decided to go to a 2x tele macro camera. So yeah, you choose your poison, but I have to say this premium edition of the Huawei P50 Pocket can still hold up to the newest Xiaomi Mix Flip. And if you have the chance, and if you don't care so much about having Google Wallet, Google Wear and Android Auto working, then maybe the Huawei P50 Pocket, especially also in this premium version with lots of more internal space, might be a better option for you. In terms of crease, let's see if we can see the crease. Yeah, on the Xiaomi you can see it here as well. Definitely, because I used it a little bit more, definitely more pronounced on the Huawei, but it's hard to show it on camera. There we can see it maybe. So yes, definitely more pronounced on the Huawei, because it's older tech there, but still it can hold up pretty nicely. So I'm happy with the Huawei all over the place here. I'm very happy with both phones, I have to say, and yeah, especially the performance of the Huawei. If it would have like a larger screen here, outer screen, I would fully recommend it. Otherwise, like, yeah, the Xiaomi is the way to go, and shows how advanced maybe Huawei already was when it released the P50 Pocket. There's already a not a P50 Pocket, but a Pocket 2 out there, and they released also a cheaper version called the Nova Flip, which is a cheaper flip phone kind of version of this one here. That might be also piquing your interests. Otherwise, I will put the link down below for the Xiaomi Mix Flip, because I think this is a pretty good device, especially for the price, and a great update also for the P50 Pocket in this regards. If you want to have Google services, if you want to have Leica branding, this, by the way, still has Leica branding, so the lenses here are still Leica, and also the image profiles and so on are still Leica. Otherwise, yeah, some people were interested. I was interested for sure to see, after so many years, what has been improved in terms of flip phones, and I have to say sadly not so much, but I see definitely the benefits of the new Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, especially for audio and video editing related tasks, where here I have to wait a long time for doing this. Here I can do it with these. 8K recording even is possible here, which is like a dream for this device. So yes, definitely improvements here on this device, but it's not so huge of a gap as I would say after so many years. So what do you think about those two flip phones? What do you think about flip phones in general? Which one is your poison? Which one do you choose? Do you want to have a Samsung flip that probably doesn't come with those impressive kind of cameras as those two here, and probably only the software might be a little bit more sleek? We have to see. I only tested one Samsung flip and wasn't so convinced, mainly because of the hardware here. But yeah, they improved the hardware a little bit, so yeah, this might be something worth checking out maybe for the next kind of flip battle. So this is everything for this short little video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have some questions, just write them down in the comment section. And until the next time, bye.